But here's a glimpse into what it was going to contain. Some of the scenes about the adventures of Max and Ben before they joined the RDF, their background history, the fate of Dana Sterling, the origins of Miria, other behind-the-scenes events between Rick and Minmay, and Lisa's old flame, Carl Weaver, before he mysteriously disappeared. A lot of great stories. It was going to be published, but we had canceled the U.S. release because of the shrinking print market in the United States of comics. Fortunately, DC Comics had actually closed the imprint box restrictions. I don't know if you've heard about this world news. So, unfortunately, that release is not going to happen for now. However, the international releases are still underway, and the first one is going to be in the Chinese market. So we're going to have the Love of War trade paperback released in China. We still got Robotech toys happening. If you guys Google for Toy Fair, you'll find out in this 1/100 scale, we've got more Man Across the Movie VF1s coming out, such as the Inland Seeker Super Ostrich, and the Stealth Strike Valkyrie that Carl is showing here. He actually auctioned this unit off at A.O.D. here last year. Yes, go ahead.
Do you have any of those huge ones on display at any of the conventions?
Which huge ones?
Like the ones like tall as a person.
Oh,
Yeah,
super scale.
Yeah, super scale. Yeah, we'll sometimes show those off. You know,
You have to understand something though. Those are really, really heavy. They're made of like this plaster, and they weigh a ton. I mean, they're not easy to move around. That's why you don't see them too often.
Yeah, so they're essentially plaster with fiberglass or metal cores. And, yeah.
Oh wow.
And so we don't transport them that often. Biggest question we had for a long time was Enemy Mecha. We've got the battle pods, they're out. Huge success, fans really love them, and they're affordable. You know, between 25 to 30 bucks. So this is now available at Robotech.com. Other online retailers have them now, including movie versions. We're finally releasing the 1/100 scale Officer's Battle Pod. This is something that was highly requested by the fans. Now, because it doesn't have to accommodate an action figure, the proportions are actually much more accurate to the TV series. It's got very, very well proportioned here. And okay, the question a lot of folks have been asking us, what is going on? How many of you guys know about some live action film happening in Robotech?
I heard the rumors that Tobey Maguire had the rights and interest to play.
It is true. He's attached to the project, and this is the producers that are attached to the project right now. There's Akiva Goldsman. He's got 2 Academy Awards. He's got you know, Oscar-winning films, as well as big-budget summer action films such as I Am Legend, Mr. and Mrs. Mary Hancock. Jason Netter, who cut his teeth on Robotech Shadow Chronicles, but not only does he work on animation, he works in live action. He's responsible for the live-action adaptation of Wanted, which was a huge hit eventually with A.O.D. And Tobey Maguire, many people know him as the guy who made Sony $1 billion on Spider-Man, but he's also a very good producer. Seabiscuit got 7 Academy Award nominations. That was the film that he produced. And the writers involved in the project are Lawrence Kasdan. He's got 4 Academy Award nominations. He's also known as the gentleman who wrote Empire Strikes Back and Raiders of the Lost Ark, the favorites of those respective series. And Alfred and Miles Miller with Spider-Man 2, which fans consider the favorite of that series. And Tom Rob Smith, the New York Times best-selling author. So they've all been working on the script of Robotech. No director attached to the project yet. People ask us when the release date is going to be. We don't have one because we haven't got that far. We haven't crossed that bridge yet. However, we can say that Robotech merchandising, this is one of the things that Warner Bros. is very interested in getting the rights to, because they've managed merchandising for Harry Potter as well as Batman, along with the live action films. They have infrastructure and resources that, you know, we're not kidding, that really is for limited time. if I were me, if I were a fan, I'd be reading all the directory content.
Yeah, good
right
idea.
now. Yeah. Like what?
There's this.
So one of the big bits of feedback we got is we took advantage of all the latest technologies with Robotech Shadow Chronicles, and we got comments from both sides. Like our publisher thought that Robotech was a bit too much of a throwback. They were like, went a little bit too far back to the look of the '80s. Yet at the same time, some of the fans thought, it had modernized too much. We had used too much CG. They kind of bemoaned, not going back to the look of the original classic cell animation. Well, as a lot of the rendering and shading technologies have matured, with the use of CG, it is possible now to even mimic the look of classic animation even more so than it was before. And so a lot of the stuff that we saw here, it was all completely digitally produced. And a lot of the vessel shots that you saw was actually CG software, but we've gotten much closer to the classic 80s anime now. And of course, open to feedback. Well, let us know what you thought.
Well,
Sorry?
What? Yeah. All right.
Great. Get a lost bro. There you go. All right, sir.
The music really added a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, there's an old saying: music is, or just it's sound in general. Sound is half
Yeah.
the picture. Yeah. Yes, sir.
The only feedback, one of the feedbacks I have is, and I talked to Mel about it earlier, yesterday, was all the ships looked too bright. The capital ships had the green was just too bright. Needs to be a little
Fluorescent.
Yeah, too fluorescent. Needs to be a little more military style color.
You know what? We did that with the Shadow Chronicles. Is we kind of muted a lot of the colors. And one of the things is we actually went back and looked at the color palette of the original series. And if you really think about it, I mean, look at the SDF-1. It's primary color blue.
That's true.
Yeah. So we're trying to find that comfortable medium in between, where before it starts to, because you notice with CG produced anime nowadays, especially with soft focus filters being put over everything has that almost kind of, I guess the best analogy is like Saving Private Ryan, this whole soft focus, grainy, post-produced look. It's almost overproduced. So we're trying to figure out that comfortable medium to kind of get it to look, like it's not old anime, but at the same time it's, aware of its 80s roots.
At least now I know what happened to Three Mountains on that one, because they never explained it when you guys were. It was never explained.
Okay. One thing we wanted to do here is, at least with the the Sentinels direct-to-video, a lot of fans, they were given a bit of closure as to why, or at least maybe not closure, but an explanation as to why a lot of the Macross characters were absent during the Southern Cross. They went on another mission of their own. So it was a good story bridge. But one of the things between the Southern Cross and New Generation is there never was such a story bridge before.
Right.
So this is our chance to create that.
So this is the follow-up. This is kind of fits in between those two periods there. Is that the?
Yes and no.
Yeah. So that was kind of a flash. Because I was thinking, I saw.
Actually, okay. The reason why there's elements of the storyline that you see from different places, I would say a good. I will never ever try to say that we're trying to create Godfather Part 2, but you know how the story of Godfather Part 2 is telling stories in different places at the same time?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. So
we're
we're
gonna
telling
jump
stories at different places at the same time.
Okay. And that's one. The seeing the three,
Yeah.
obliterating. Well, that's familiar, obviously, but not really because we haven't.
Yeah, this is something you haven't seen before. So this is like our chance to kind of bridge the the second and third generations a little more properly, like it's not been had an opportunity to do before. Yeah.
Sir.
How far will it jump? Like, will we actually see stuff back to original Macross and Southern Cross, or will it stay within the new generation style of that kind of thing?
No, I think this is going to be mainly addressing events that occurred between the Southern Cross and the new generation. Yeah.
So Lancers.
Sir,
Oh, yes, sir.
I was gonna say that
the whole enigma of the pro culture and the power and spiritual aspect of that.
Yeah.
I am hoping that you keep that intact in some way, so that there's like an extra dimension to the whole storyline.
Yes, we're not going to introduce protochlorians to explain how protoculture works. The thing is, we're going to bridge some storylines, but that doesn't mean that everything does not need an explanation. But, you know, one thing we're going to do here is at least, you know, Robotech is supposed to be one big seamless series, so this is our chance to make it a little bit more seamless.
Will we see Zor? Will we see Zor?
You will see the consequences of Zor does. Yes, sir.
All right. So I'm sure I thought. Question on this: is there going to be any more diving into, let's say, the Lancers? Because of course he came back before Bernard and everyone else showed up. Are you guys going to be touching on his trip back?
He's a very, very big part of it. And so, you know, there's going to be a lot of overlap with the original series because it's going to be following on to Lancer's Adventure. Some of you who have who were here yesterday are aware that Sarah's going to be part of it. You know, if you look at our brochure that we've been giving away, there's definitely a few of Sarah there. So I don't want to give too much away, but definitely, you know, Lance is a important character. Sarah's, yeah, go ahead.
And when do you expect this? Is it direct to video?
Yeah,
or is it going to be on the web?
It's most likely going to be direct to video. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if there's going to be some, you know, genre film festivals that are very interested in showing this. I don't see ourselves doing a big theatrical release with this. This is largely going to be direct to video.
Standalone by itself?
Standalone, but oh yeah, you know, it could be part of a package. You know, I could see it, you know, packaged in the future like they do trilogy box sets or something.
Guys,
But,
just
you know,
one quick clarification. There is no release date set yet, and there is no distribution plan set out yet. The distribution plan will be set by a distributor. So it's important to remember that. It'll be completed in 2011. We just don't know when or how exactly it's going to come out.
yeah, you know, it's essentially the same question we were asked a lot with Shadow Chronicles. It's until we get a solid release date, you know, we're not going to commit too much. But we do know that